Hey, this is Elise, and I'm going to talk to you today about how you can differentiate using Google Forms. Differentiation is one of those best practices that teachers use to help meet the needs of all of their learners. And sometimes when I talk to teachers, they say, yeah, I would love to differentiate, but it's so time consuming, or it just takes a lot of information to collect, sort through, analyze, and then find resources for each of those different levels of student or levels of learner. And so one of the solutions that I've come up with or that I found was that you can use Google Forms to help provide resources based on individual students' answers on like an assessment or like within an activity. So I'm going to show you how you can create a form using the page break features to then provide resources to meet those needs. So to start off, we're going to create a form. So we're going to go into your Drive, New, Form. And the first thing that I'm going to do with this form is I'm going to title it. Sometimes I see a lot more students than teachers, but I see a lot of forms or documents that aren't titled, so we need to get in the practice of doing that and enforcing that. So we're going to just call this Math Quiz 2. Of course, it doesn't have to be a quiz. It could be an activity right there in class. You're going to have your form description. This could be filled out with directions for the activity or for the quiz. It's up to you. The first question that I am going to put in is name. Again, that's one of those things that we oftentimes forget to make sure that our students write their names on their papers, and now that we're electronic, that can't go away, so we have our name field there, and I'm going to just hit done. Now, whenever you add an item, you're going to come to this menu at the bottom of this page. So it says page 1 of 1. Add item, and you can add in a question, just like you would when you're creating a form. So let's make this question, what is 2 plus 2? And I'm going to put in some answer choices. So let's say 2, 4, 8, and 6. So they'll select the right answer, hopefully, but if they don't, you want to provide them with a resource to help them better answer the question the next time. So we're going to add in what we call is a page break. So I'm going to hit this down arrow next to add item. I'm going to add a page break, and we're going to call this what is 2 plus 2 help. You can title the page anything you want to, or you don't even have to title it at all, but it is going to name it page 2 because it's a second page, and you can put in a description. Again, completely optional. And on this page 2, you can add in items just like you would on any other page. So I'm going to choose to add in, because it's remedial, I want to give them a resource to help them answer the question correctly the next time. So I'm going to put in a video. Insert a video. The option that you have is to insert a YouTube video. Unfortunately, that is the only resource that you can pull in from at this time. Hopefully that's something that they work on, because I know that we've created a lot of great things on other platforms. But for now, it's just YouTube. You can do just a search right within YouTube right here in this window, or you can, if you already know the URL for that YouTube video, you can copy and paste that in here. I don't have a video saved already, so I'm just going to do a YouTube search. So we're going to do addition, if I can spell it right, addition tutorial. Basic math for kids, great. 1 plus table, let's see. So I could go through here and watch the videos and see which one I like. That sounds great. We're on this elementary level, so I'm going to select this video for them to watch. And it gives me the option to title the video, so I'm going to say addition video. And you can provide a caption. You can change the video. You can move it so that it's in the middle or right aligned, left aligned, however you want to see it, and then hit done. Now they've watched the video. I want to make sure that they understand the question now that they have watched the video. So I'm going to come back up here to the main question, and I'm just going to duplicate the question. So this looks like another piece of paper. We're going to hit that duplicate. So you can see I have the same question repeated. I'm going to click on this version of the question and then move it down below the video. It's on page 2, and then I can move the question order versus the video. I'm going to make sure that they can answer this question based now that they have the extra tutorial before leaving the page. Alright, so we have an option for remedial. Well, what if they get the answer correct? Let's come back up here to our question. We're going to add another page break, and we're going to call this question 2. Done. Add item. We're going to add another question, and this one will be harder. So what is 2 times 2? Again, let's put in some options. Let's put in 4, 8, 10. Make this required. Done. So now we have 2 different pages that we could go to based off of this first question. So we're going to select this box that says go to page based on answer, and you can see these drop down menus come up. Well, we don't want to continue to the next page. We want them to go to a particular page that we have set based on what they answered. So if they answered 2, they need some more help. So we're going to send them to page 3. If they answered 4, they got it right, so we're going to give them question 2. 8, they need some help. 6, they need some help. And we're going to make that required, and we're going to hit done. So now, if they answer the question correctly, they're going to go to the next question. If they answer it wrong, they're going to go to the help page. I need to make sure, and I put in the same thing here. So if they get it right, 2 plus 2, they still need help. They're going to go to question 2. They need help. They need help. And hit done here. And I can do the same for my question 2, thinking that I've created pages for getting it right and getting it wrong. I could select this and then fill in the page number that I want them to go to. So you can continue following that process until you're done. One thing that I would suggest is, before sharing the link, is going to view live form. So one thing I would suggest once you're completed the form is to view the live form up here in the main menu. So that way you can see how your form works. So let's do a test. What is 2 plus 2? Let's get that question wrong just to see that it goes to the right place, and it does. It goes to my help page. So now I've watched the video now I understand the question answer should be 4. Continue, and then it takes me to question 2. What is 2 times 2? We're going to click 4, and then we could, if I had more pages and more resources in there, then I could keep going, but I'm just going to hit submit at the end now and be done with that. So now, of course, before you send it, I would prefer that you make it prettier, put in a theme or, change the color scheme so that it's just more appealing. But of course, then you go up to send the form. Whoops, that's me. Send form, shorten the URL or send it via an email. You could also embed the form, so you could put it into your website so the students can access it a little bit easier that way. You can also send the form in a link with Google Classroom or whatever platform that you are attempting to use. So hopefully this helped you to brainstorm some ways that you could provide resources, either remedial or something that will extend their learning. It could also just be a choose your own activity or choose your own adventure where you provide different options based on student interests. It could be review before an exam to help the students, kind of like a study guide. So the possibilities really are endless. I hope that this helped you, and I look forward to your feedback. Thanks.